Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NXT as close as it gets as NXT rolls on as we get closer and closer to our next TV special being the Great American Bash in just 2 weeks time. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and we're actually going to kick off this week's action with a match in the ring, and not only a match, it is a championship encounter to kick off this week's episode of NXT. And making his way to the ring first is Joe Gacy, who has been picking up wins in recent weeks here on NXT 2.0, and he has a chance in front of him tonight. A North American Championship match will be what kicks off the show as Joe Gacy, a very interesting competitor to say the least, very mysterious, very kind of creepy in a way as he preaches a very generic but very ominous message. Joe Gacy trying to get people to come to his cause. And tonight, if he were to win the North American Championship, I think that would help his case. If you're excited for tonight's episode, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content as we continue to roll on here. As Joe Gacy continues to make his way to the ring, he'll have a big time encounter though as he gets ready to enter. And that's going to bring out his opponent, who is the North American Champion. His name is Cameron Grimes, as he likes to say, the richest man in all of NXT. He is the North American Champion, won that title a couple months ago at Stand and Deliver, and has held on to it since. Had a couple of successful title defenses along the way, and he looks to make another one here tonight. Now, Cameron Grimes, a couple weeks ago, did lose a champion versus champion matchup against his old rival in Carmelo Hayes, and after the match he was attacked by Grayson Waller. Hayes did end up making up the save of Grimes, who they shared a little bit of a stare down, but competitors are starting to line up for Cameron Grimes. He's got Gacy here tonight, Waller probably waiting in the wings, but you can't overlook Joe Gacy here tonight, and this is what being the North American Champion is all about. So you got to defend the title against anybody and everybody on any given night, and so far in his reign, Cameron Grimes has proven that, but he's got to show it again here tonight as he puts the title on the line. There is the gold that is being challenged for to open up tonight's contest, as both superstars look ready to go in the ring for the championship introductions. And first off, there is the challenger, Joe Gacy, who has a big-time opportunity. And his opponent, he is the North American Champion, Cameron Grimes. Well, the gold's being turned over now to the referee, signifying the beginning of this championship encounter on free television here on NXT 2.0. As close as it gets, kicking it off with an opening championship contest. If you guys are ready for this one, who do you think's going to walk away with the North American Championship? Well, we're getting ready to find out. It'll be Joe Gacy challenging Cameron Grimes, and we are ready to go. NXT kicks off right now. Meet in the center of the ring. Joe Gacy gets the first hold, picks up Grimes up on his shoulders and buries him into the front turnbuckle. And I think might have caught Grimes on the nose. Looks like there's some blood trickling away on Cameron Grimes. That was straight into that top turnbuckle. Grimes could have a broken nose after that one. You can see Joe Gacy sees it and is going in on that injured position. As that is very unfortunate for Cameron Grimes. The injury right off the mat. Gacy trying to put him away quickly. Gets a 1 count though. But I think his nose might have got busted on that top turnbuckle right off the rip. And now Joe Gacy, more right hands to that nose area. And that could be a problem for Cameron Grimes in this contest. Struggling to breathe. And punches like this are not going to help your case. Gacy smells blood, yes, pun intended, in the water. And now goes for a senton, though, but Grimes gets the knees up. He's got to try to get back in this contest. Ducks underneath the shot from Gacy. Spins him around and a ripcord knee right to the face of Joe Gacy, who's down. Grimes to retain the championship. It only gets 2. What a fast start this matchup has been. Both superstars taking it to each other, and now up to his feet again. Grimes going for another ripcord knee, a second one. Drops Gacy to the mat, but Grimes isn't done. Gets him back into his feet and jumps him over the top rope, looking to do some damage now on the outside. I think that broken nose potentially could lit a fire underneath Cameron Grimes, as now he's looking to take it to Joe Gacy. Well, keep an eye on that nose later in this contest. The longer this one goes, Grimes could be in a lot of trouble, as now they still continue to fight on the outside. Strikes, backs up Joe Gacy. Just more strikes, just like onslaught of strikes, and a kick turns him around, and now a forearm into the spine. Aggression on display by Cameron Grimes. Now another forearm strike into the spine, just continuing to wear away on the outside, and just dumps him. Ref up to a count of 5, championship advantage, but Grimes will make his way into the ring. And he's going to actually break the count. Grimes doesn't want to win this one. We got a count out. This one is quickly turned personal, but Gacy has a hold of Grimes on the outside. What's he thinking here? A knee right into the shoulder of Cameron Grimes on the outside. I mean, plenty of fireworks already in this one. Now it just gets dumped into the ring stairs. Ref up now counting. Gacy will make his way back into the ring and just kind of wait for the champion. Now Gacy can't win via the countout. Well, he can win via the count. He can't win the North American Championship by way of the countout, but he'll give you some time to rest. As Grimes will make his way back in the ring. Gacy is there, though, to cut him off. A couple quick shots, chops. And Grimes gets a hold of Gacy and spins him down, plants him in the center of the ring. Grimes now gets Gacy back up to his feet. What's he thinking here? He's going to get that Fisherman Brainbuster, package Brainbuster. Gacy's shoulders are down high. Stack gets 2, and Grimes is able to pick up the victory over Joe Gacy. Well, that one was a lot of offense in a short period of time. A couple of ripcord knees early, and the package Brainbuster with a high stack. Cameron Grimes walks away victorious, and he's glad he put Gacy away quickly because that nose might have played a factor. But wait a second here. Grayson Waller now into the ring, jumping the guardrail, assaulting Grimes from behind. We saw this a couple weeks ago, just laying into Grimes. Waller has his eyes on the North American Championship. Grimes trying to fight back, but Waller is there and sends him over the top rope with a clothesline. And now just taunting away at the North American Champion, saying that he should be the next champion. Now I'm going to go to the outside to continue his onslaught. Gets Grimes back up to his feet, gets a hold of him, and just dumps him into the side of the ring post. But wait a second. That's the entrance music of the European champion. Carmelo Hayes makes his way to the ring. We saw him save Grimes a couple weeks ago. It looks like he has an opportunity to do it again. But hold on a second. Noam Dar is also in the building, the former European champion. He hits Hayes from behind, chop block to the knee. A sneak attack by the former champion. I think he still has his eyes on that championship belt as he walks away on the champion with the title. Noam Dar in the building. Another NXT UK superstar making an appearance. Gets Hayes back up to his feet. A throat chop, ab shot, an uppercut. Backs up Hayes in a running European uppercut. Noam Dar lays down Hayes in the aisleway. Meanwhile, ringside, Waller continues to batter away on Cameron Grimes. A suplex now. Oh my gosh, into the guardrail. Waller and Dar making a statement to the champions. Well, it's a very explosive start to this week's episode of NXT 2.0. We still got plenty for you. Wendy Choo will battle Lash Legend. And we'll also see Fallon Henley take on Indy Hartwell. And the team of Roderick Strong and Wesley will team up for the first time. They'll take on Briggs and Jensen in our main event. Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose. Lash Legend beats Wendy Choo. Could be an upset. Indy Hartwell picks up another victory over Henley. Wesley and Roderick Strong are victorious in their tag team debut. And now it's time for our main event. Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose. Well, making her way to the ring is one of NXT's newest superstars, and she's looking to make a splash early. Roxanne Perez makes her way to the ring, and you can see at her side she has her best friend in Cora Jade. Two superstars who are tired of the reign of toxic attraction. They're tired of the stranglehold that they've had on the women's division. So Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade both want to take down toxic attraction. We've seen Cora Jade pick up victories in recent weeks over Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. And it was Roxanne Perez who saved Cora Jade from an attack a couple weeks ago on NXT from Toxic Attraction. So Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade teaming up for the bigger cause, but Roxanne Perez has quite a challenge ahead of her tonight as she takes on the leader of Toxic Attraction, the NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose. You can see on the right, that is JC Jane in the middle, that is Gigi Dolan on the left. They make up Toxic Attraction, who have been virtually untouchable since joining up here in NXT. Mandy Rose, NXT Women's Champion for quite some time, since late last year. JC Jane, Gigi Dolan, two-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I mean, whether you love them or you hate them, Toxic Attraction has dominated in NXT. But can Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, can they take down this trio and put a dent in the armor? We're hearing they have their eyes on those Women's Tag Team Championships, but Roxanne Perez tonight will have a chance at the NXT Women's Champion. Perez versus Mandy Rose, our main event here on NXT. And here we go as Mandy Rose quickly gets a hold of Roxanne Perez. There's the strength advantage of Mandy Rose as she lifts up Roxanne Perez and plants her with an early suplex. And the NXT Women's Champion going to work. And we have seen Jade knock off Dolan and Jane. Last one on her hit list would be Mandy Rose, but like we said, we're hearing that Perez and Jade are actually thinking about going after the Women's Tag Team Championships. They want to win it as a best friend duo. They want to take out Jane and Dolan. We'll see what that has to do at Toxic Attraction. As now Mandy Rose on top, though, of Perez, just raining down sharp left-hand shots. Here and there with the big fish tonight. Mandy Rose has been dominant. She has yet to lose that Women's Championship since winning it last year at Halloween Havoc. And she's beaten all competitors. You've seen her beat Alba Fire, Io Shirai, Cora Jade, just to name a few. As there's a nice follow-away slam from Mandy Rose. And she's looked pretty dominant here against Roxanne Perez, newcomer to NXT. With a bright future ahead of her. It's a tough one tonight. Mandy Rose continues to work away on Perez in the corner. Cora Jade looking on, rooting on her best friend, who does get out of the hold. And now goes underneath, and a second shot right to the face of Mandy Rose. Those will start to add up, so if Roxanne Perez can land a couple more of those, she'll be looking good in this matchup. As there's an elbow drop to Mandy Rose. Now has the champion on her back foot. Continues to work away on all the limbs. Now focusing away on that left elbow. And we'll take away one of the arms of Mandy Rose. It'll be hard for her to use that power game. Now a couple of strikes, backs up Rose against the ropes. And Perez, though, gets dumped to the outside. I think got a little bit too overzealous there. And the veteran Rose will dump her to the outside and make her pay. And now continues to stomp away on Perez. Gets her back to her feet and just slings her into the apron, into the side of the ring. That has got to hurt also on the outside. And Rose just more strikes to the skull of Perez. As the ref telling them both to get back in the ring. And I think Rose will oblige as she takes Roxanne Perez and is going to take her time getting back in the ring. Just kind of get in the face of Cora Jade. I don't think that was an accident. I think Rose trying to send a message because Cora Jade has been a thorn in the side of Toxic Attraction for quite a few months. And Mandy Rose gets Perez back up to her feet. Gonna go for another suplex attempt here. Has her up and hits another suplex. Roxanne Perez starting to get into a lot of trouble here. Because Mandy Rose just saying this is too easy, just wiping the floor. And Perez, though, can't counter out. She has the universe behind her. I want to see her take down Toxic Attraction. As Rose goes for a dropkick, this time does miss. Perez back to her feet, see if she can capitalize, but Mandy quickly with strikes. Veteran maneuver backs her up into the corner. There's a shoulder strike, and now stomps away on Roxanne in the corner. Mandy Rose looking very good in this contest. And Roxanne Perez get back in it, now looking for a submission as the Boston Crab. All the pressure on the lower back of Perez. She's close to the ropes. But can she get there? A lot of pain as Rose sits back. And now thinks she's done enough damage. Just hard strikes now more into the lower back. Just focusing away and just taunting with push-ups for good measure. Mandy Rose looking very good Gets Perez back to her feet, looking to finish her off. There's a big knee strike. Down goes Perez. Might have been the knockout shot. Ref into position, gets 2, and Rose is victorious. A dominant win here tonight over Roxanne Perez. As there it is again, knee strike, I think knocked Perez out cold. And Toxic Attraction is victorious. They get to celebrate the victory here tonight. As you can see, Cora Jade in the ring to comfort her friend. As Toxic Attraction continues to celebrate, but wait a second. Gigi Dolan, there's a steel chair in the ring and is hit right to the spine of Cora Jade. Oh, come on now. Toxic Attraction laying out Jade and Perez. They have been thorns in Attraction's side, and they are looking to do some damage here. Steel chair shots. But wait a second, on the outside, Mandy Rose gets laid out. That's Indy Hartwell. Indy down here to make the save. Rose on the outside celebrating after the match, and Indy Hartwell with a DDT. Takes down the champion and is looking to send a message. Whips Rose into the corner. And now I think she has her sights on Dolan and Jane. A 2-on-1, but Indy doesn't care. Kick to the midsection. Lays out JC Jane and lays out Gigi Dolan. Indy Hartwell with the save. Well, I think Jade and Perez might have found an equalizer. Her name is Indy Hartwell. She looks to join the war against Toxic Attraction. That's all I have for you guys in this episode of NXT. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, we'll see Ilya Dragunov return to NXT 2.0 a couple weeks after laying out Braun Breaker. We'll have to figure out why did Dragunov take out Breaker. He will be in the building next week. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know what you guys think of the shorter kind of matches on TV. Do you guys been enjoying the in-ring action, or do you want to see more longer matches? Kind of what I try to save for the pay-per-views, but it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments section below. Do you like the format of these episodes, or if you'd like to see anything different? But if you guys enjoyed, if you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.